Hey, this is Dani. The channel is You and Me Living Free. Going for a hike today at Miramir Falls in Olympic National Park. It is a super bright sunny day. There's no mist, there's no fog, there's no clouds. And I'm about to head out kind of into the dark, I feel like. Here's this sign in front. This kind of cracks me up. No pets, no weapons, no vehicles. All right, check, check, check. Let's do this. Okay, sorry for the interruption, but I did want to take 20 seconds and show you Lake Crescent. This is where the trail started. And I also want to tell you that I'm going to start putting possibly little videos at the end of my videos when the main topic is done. I have other little things that happen or other little things to share. I'm just going to stick them at the end, like a little bonus content. I'm going to be honest, when I was heading to the Pacific Northwest, I've never been here before, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it and how much they love it and how it's really for them. And I was pretty skeptical. I think of myself as a sunshine girl, almost like a wannabe California girl, you know, sunshine and beaches are kind of my ideal. But along this journey, I am falling more and more in love with mountains. And I never thought I could fall so deeply in love with a place that was so, it's cloudy a lot of the time, it's misty a lot of the time, but I wish you could smell this. I wish you could be here. But for now, this hike. So this is going to be about 1.7 miles. It's an out and back trail. There will be a falls at the end of it, which is nice, but doesn't look like anything like, you know, like we haven't kind of seen before. But then again, everything is unique and special in its own way. I truly believe that. I'm not just being cliche or anything. It'll be a cool experience, but so this hike is about a 300 or 400 foot rise in elevation. To me, I think of that in terms of 30 to 40 stories of stairs. So that's what we're looking at here. And so I'm preparing myself mentally. The last hike I did was just yesterday, and that was the Hurricane Ridge, toughest hike I've ever done in my life. That was almost 800 feet, but it was twice as long. So this should be, from what I've seen on all trails, this should be relatively okay, doable uphills. And then at the end I say, like the last 30% or so is going to be pretty steep incline. And so we're just ready for it. Well, as ready as you can be. So we'll see what happens. I'm so glad you're along for the ride. I'm always so grateful for the signposts. Some trails are better about posting them when you need them than others, but I'm always so grateful for them. Okay, having a couple thoughts. As I can do more than like put one foot in front of the other and put all my concentration on just surviving. This is where the big incline starts. I can tell people are going straight uphill. There's a couple of bridges. There's one behind me, but you can't really see it because there's no people going across. There's another one right there you can see. This is where the incline starts, so I'm going to share my thoughts. First of all, I'm noticing that I've decided that I'm going to invest in some better apparel for hiking, for the sweat and making it breathable. And I've just gotten by in just cotton t-shirts and pants and shorts and stuff. And this is going to be a much bigger part of my experience, and I really need some, you know, non-synthetic fibers. I need some stuff. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. It can be expensive, so of course, you know, I'm on a budget, so whatever you can think of that would help, let me know. Plus, of course, it's got to be plus size and not just XXL. It's more like 3X is where I am now. So any suggestions, let me know. Also, I was kind of coming into today with, you know, I just did the toughest hike of my life yesterday, so I kind of wanted to take it easy today. I was just going to kind of breeze through, and if I wanted to turn around, I would turn around. And I don't know how really good of an attitude that is. I don't know if that's how I want to proceed, but right now I kind of feel like it's too late to make up my mind now that I'm facing the big incline. So we'll see. I'm just gonna take it one step and not try to put too much on it if I decide to turn around. This one little part of the incline, and I'm telling you what, the pain from yesterday on these climbing muscles, quads and hamstrings and calves and all of it, I can feel every step today. No joke, but that's okay. Oh yeah. My first glimpse. Oh, still climbing. Once the hard part of the hike is done, on a hike like this where you have a nice, just kind of flat, kind of a little bit downhill section with just this gorgeousness around you, right? Oh, it's some of the best feeling in the world. But this hike is coming to a close. I felt a little rocky music kind of at the top when I was at the falls, but this is definitely less challenging. The fact that I can say that about a hike that was still 30 or 40 flights of stairs is pretty cool. I feel like I'm starting to make some progress. Anyway, okay, this is hilarious. I apparently missed one of my turns or took a wrong turn, and I'm not sure where I am. Okay, here's where I went wrong. I came back this way, and instead of cutting over here to where I am at the lodge, I cut this way and came all the way across here to the ranger station. Of course, there's no ranger here because if you look at the fine print, it says not regularly staffed, because I thought, oh, there's a ranger station, yay. Anyway, so my plan now is to go back where I was and then take the right path, hopefully. So wish me luck. You can't really hear my voice in this part of the video, but I'm just commenting on the colors in the water and how it goes from tan to then the green, then the blue further out, and just how beautiful it is. So this was right by the ranger station where I was turning around. Okay, I'm almost back now. This is how I wear my hat sometimes when I want to be able to look around and look up. I wasn't aware of quite how ridiculous it looked to everybody I'm passing. But that's okay. Looks like I'm gonna make it back, which of course you knew I would. Just a matter of time. Nothing like adding, I don't know, a little mile or so onto a hike that's only supposed to be 1.5 to 1.8 miles to begin with. But anyway, it was downhill / level, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I could see the sign I missed. It was kind of on its side and kind of laid over. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all working how it should. Now's the official close, right? So now, thanks for watching another video. So now I'll see you next time. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Did the waterfall hike, feeling confident, feeling like, yeah, I came, I saw, I kicked its ass. And then on my way back during the easy part, what happens? Take a wrong turn. Oh my gosh, life is funny. Life is so funny, my friends. Okay, I'm gonna start sticking random stuff at the end of videos, just for anybody who's really interested in behind the scenes silly stuff. So here's the deal. Look at this. So here's my shirt, and of course I've been sweating, and I look at this and it's like a dirt stain, right? Like a dirt ring. And I've been looking at those on my light t-shirts after hikes and stuff, and I'm like, you know, am I not getting as clean as I think I am when I'm in the van? Am I got more dirt and stuff where when I sweat down, you know, all this in here, when I sweat down, is my skin that dirty or is my sweat that dirty? And it was kind of a mystery. And then I realized this. I can't put my hand over the camera. Here we go. Then I realized this. This is my lanyard. I use it constantly. Whenever I go on a hike, I put this around my neck because I never want to lose my keys. Okay, it's a big deal for me because you can tell I've locked myself out of the car. I've lost my keys lots of times. So it's a big deal. Well, what is right here on the lanyard? It's a piece of can you see that? Am I doing this right? It's a piece of leather, and the leather must be dyed. And there's another little spot of leather up here on the lanyard. The leather must be dyed because then when I put it on and take another look, I'm like, oh, look, the brown is washing back and forth right here. And here's another thing. I sweat a ton. I have said that many times, but if you haven't heard me, I sweat a ton. And so it all drips down the lanyard. The lanyard is always soaked. I know that sounds gross, I'm sorry. And then it's all good and wet, and then it gets on the leather, and the leather is discoloring the shirts and kind of rubbing off. Mystery solved. Mystery solved. Just in case you're wondering.